Associate Dean, SRIC and International Relations at IIT Mandi.
Thank the organizers as well as the DRDO for giving this wonderful opportunity. I'm basically representing my institute again, like the previous institute that has been introduced. IIT Mandi is one of the babies among the IIT fraternity. So we have started just 5 years into our existence. We are into the 6th year. Though it's a new institute, so we are, trying to focus on certain areas rather than compared to other established IITs like IIT Delhi. We may be doing the activities maybe limited to 1 or 2 centers in these institutes because our strength is relatively less. So we are the only IIT in the Himalayas at the moment. So being a new institute gives us the opportunity to do things differently rather than the other institutes. So we have the flexibility to experiment with teaching as well as research the way we do. So one of the ways we are trying to introduce innovation into the curriculum of the BTech. So our BTech curriculum is basically a design-oriented curriculum. So we have a design element integrated. We believe in learning by doing. So doing also, it's not exclusively learning by doing, but learning by doing is very much emphasized in IIT Mandi curriculum. So for example, we have in the first year we have a course on reverse engineering where students are given products and they have to totally crack it down and then reassemble it and make it functional again. So that's one of the courses they do in the first year. Very much in the first year people come with a lot of enthusiasm, so we want to keep that enthusiasm going on. And then the second year again, without having much engineering knowledge, the students are asked to come up with a prototype. They are given an idea. They have to. Again, they do. We also make them work in teams. So these are interdisciplinary teams. The way the industry works. So the students are asked to come up with a prototype on an idea that they have to select, and then they have to implement it. They have to come up with the prototype. So these are some of the products that we have listed here. The prepaid electron EB meter, oil spill remover, and things like that. Maybe not very hi-fi things, but while we were discussing in the morning, how to introduce the ideas. Again, there is a lot of complaint that people passing out of IITs, they just fly off and they are not DRDO is not getting much benefited. But one way where the armed forces or DRDO can be benefited from the talent of these highly intelligent students is that maybe many of these projects like we discussed in the morning, micro projects or some miniature devices or many of these things. So these ideas can be given to these students, and they can come up with the prototype and things like that. So this is one opportunity, and so the design element is there throughout the BTech curriculum. So this is again another product that the students have come up with. Like a 3D printer. It costs many lakhs of rupees, but our students could make a 3D printer with just 25,000 rupees. So and this is a spanner which is printed using the 3D printer. So and now coming back to the research. So we have certain focus areas. Materials is one of the focus areas in the institute. So we have been heavily investing in this area, both on terms of human capital as well as infrastructure capabilities. So we have around 14 young faculty members and 2 distinguished professors working in this field. So we work on various aspects of material research, but some of the aspects, one key aspect is highlighted here, which is we are working with Intel Research Corporation in US for developing next generation photoresist. The benchmark today is I think 22 nanometer is the benchmark, but we have already achieved 60 nanometer, and Intel is already benchmarking the product that IIT Mandi has developed. So that is a major area, but in this area again we are also working with DRDO. In fact, Dr. Satish Kumar is not there, but when he was the director of PBRL, he was one of the persons who believed in our capability when we didn't have anything. So he came, I think in 2010 he visited us, and he sanctioned certain projects so that are being implemented now. So we work on very niche area for the DRDO that I think none of the civilian institutes in India work. We work on high energetic materials. We work on developing novel energetic molecules as well as processing of energetic molecules. So we at IIT Mandi, we are working on developing nano RDX, nano HMX, things like that to develop processes. So that is funded by Armament Research Board. And again, in terms of infrastructure, we almost have, you name any advanced characterization instrument, we almost have everything or is being planned. And other areas that we are focusing on is communication network and distributed systems. So in this area, including the director, 6 faculty members are working. Another area is speech, image and signal processing. So again, that is one area. Condensed matter physics is one of the areas that we are focusing on. And energy and power systems, electronics. Again, in this area also we have a project from Naval Research Board that just has been sanctioned. So this is also an area that that's a focus area for IIT Mandi. These things again, we also believe it that we need to give the students, maybe one of the reason why the lot of flight of our BTech students happens is we are not introducing the social challenges to them. What we are doing is, along with the design aspect of the engineering curriculum, we are having in the 3rd year of the BTech, we are having a course where the students have to take up a problem of social relevance. So they have to go to the villages, or they have to study the issues of the vicinity areas, and then they have to come up with engineering solutions. So again, this has 2 aspects, because again India as a country has unique problems. So that we cannot expect that other developed countries will develop solutions for this. So we are sensitizing our students about these problems. So at the moment we have BTech programs on computer science and engineering, electrical engineering and mechanical engineering. Civil engineering is planned for next year, and MS and PhD programs are there in almost in all these areas. Other thing is we encourage interdisciplinary research. So in order to do this, in order to break down the conventional barriers of division between different subjects areas, so we have pools of broad schools. So I am part of School of Basic Sciences, but we have School of Computing and Electrical Engineering and School of Engineering and School of Humanities. So at the moment we are partly in the transit campus, and we have almost a fully functional residential campus in the actual campus. So these are some of the pictures. So this is the campus that is coming up, which is 20 kilometers away from the Mandi town. So thank you.
Thank you. I have one very fundamental curiosity. The research ecosystem that we define, industry one is one of the major important elements to make the ecosystem complete. At Mandi, how do you perceive this, that your technology will be fueled by the industry, or your knowledge will be absorbed? Who is the industry? Who will...
Means I skipped actually this slide. We have a plan to establish a research park. That is one thing, where, we can have locally the research park. But other than that, means, if you have the capability, what we believe is, industry will come to you. That's what happened with, say, the Intel project. So